let's explore more autistic history. This is part 86 of a series. All right, I'm jumping back in to share with you an article that ran in the Los Angeles Times Sunday, December 21st, 1997, and you can hear the theme throughout for ABA and autism research and all of that being pushed. This is another, really, right here in 97, so the push is for ABA to get legitimized, and the U.S. Surgeon General does that, I believe, in 98 or 99, and this publication and publications like these from these parents of parent-founded autism organizations are driving the narrative and therefore driving the agenda for autism research and autism therapies. And so it's parents who land ABA in our laps in a big way. A very controversial therapy, very controversial. It's never stopped being controversial. It's just become legitimized and normalized through marketing and years and years and years and years of it. So this article that we left ran in the Los Angeles Times and was titled Perspective on Autism. It ran December 21st, 1997 by Frank Del Olmo. So I'm going to pick back up where I left off. And we had just left off where the writer was speaking to the treatment of his son being done with Dr. Ivar Lovaas at UCLA through their Lovaas Institute therapist. So I'm going to go now and pick back up. It says, now we are exploring other treatments to help Frankie's ability to learn by rewiring his young brain. His pediatrician, Ricky Robinson of Law Canada, a Cure Autism Now board member who specializes in treating children with autism, referred Frankie to a wonderful form of play therapy developed by Stanley Greenspan, a noted child psychiatrist. A therapist engages Frankie in games and other forms of play that help him develop and learn to express emotions like fear and joy. In the long run, Greenspan's floor play therapy may prove as fundamentally important to Frankie's growth and development as the learning skills provided by his Lovaas therapist. One of the criticisms of Lovaas technique is that it is rote learning, which does not do enough to help an autistic child's emotional development. I'm not sure how valid that criticism is. Just the other day, Frankie surprised us when one of his favorite Lovaas therapists was leaving after a tutoring session. "Bye-bye, Danny," Frankie said to the young man as he walked to our front door, adding after a brief pause, "I love you." Ooh. Okay, yeah. How and where did Frankie begin to comprehend a concept like love? Really? Did he react naturally to the closeness and affection he has come to feel for several of his Lovaas trained therapists, or was it the Greenspan therapy that drew it out? We probably won't know the answer until Frankie hopefully can tell us more in his own words. What is he, 5 years old at this point? Yeah, this kid's 5 years old. What? I don't know about you, but my kids didn't speak till after 5. It was just... I just never felt this disastrous feeling these parents do, and this child's only 5 years old. And okay, let's just get back to it. It's just really difficult as a parent to see another parent write about their autistic child like they're not human, and that it took therapies to make them more human. I mean, maybe I'm just, I don't know, but ouch. All right, it says here, in the meantime, I'm less concerned about how that small but significant breakthrough occurred, then it did. I'm not sure what that means. For a while, I am more than ever convinced that successful treatment of autism is possible. I have also come to realize that it must be done in incremental steps and with an open-mind approach to a variety of therapies. I'm looking forward to the new surprises Frankie will have for me in 1998 and also to that phone call from London. It's nice to finally offer not just advice, but hope. Hope. It's just astounding because I just did the math and I had a 5-year-old autistic child in 1998, the very same time this parent did, and oh my goodness. I don't identify with any of this parenting these people are doing with their children. My experience is vastly different, and maybe that's because I'm autistic and they're not. I don't know. Whoa. But beyond that, do you see the push here? The push for autism research, the push for ABA, the push to get this out into the public conversation, the push to get this out to parents of autistics so they can rally behind it and create a lobbying power that's incredible. And we already know it's incredible because they've done it and they've showed their strength already at this point with a lot of it, especially during the wars with between Bernard Rimland, Lovaas, and Bettelheim, right? Those first ones. So they broke the refrigerator mother's theory, and now this is the direction it's all headed. So in 98, in the timeline, we have the UC Mind Institute that was founded by parents of an autistic Chuck and Sarah Gardner. Yeah, so, and then in 98, we had something called the Autism Tissue Program, or ATP, being established by NAAR, the National Alliance for Autism Research. This is a brain tissue donation program dedicated to autism research. Yep. Okay, so, and there's a link here if you want to check it out on the timeline under 1998, where NAAR also attracted its first research partners and research patrons in 1998. And there's a list of those at the link if you're looking for a deeper dive there. Yeah, so in 1998, we also have the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation being established by parents of an autistic Doug Flutie. And I think there is a sports connection here for a sports celebrity. All right. So in 1998, we have yet another article. Is autism incurable? And this is written by Michelle Moore, M-O-H-R, and it ran in the Chicago Tribune. Oh goodness, I don't see a date on here other than 1998. So, all right, I'm going to share that with you. But I'm going to do it in the next video and wrap this one up here. I'm just having a lot of consideration at this point. I am autistic. I have autistic children, and my experiences raising them are vastly different than non-autistics raising autistics. And of course, our kids are all different with different strengths and challenges, of course, and abilities, and supports are individualized for each human, right? But I am wondering if I did not feel all this because I had a child that was like myself, and since I already knew what it was like to be me, it just was not. I can tell you right now, when I did find out about being autistic and my son being autistic, none of this stuff these parents were putting out made sense to me at that time. I did not relate. In fact, we thought there was all these kinds of autism, and it was thought that there must be an autism that unalives your children somewhere. And so I knew we didn't have that one. It was just so confusing at the end, right?